Hey Phantomaniacs, welcome to the newest unboxing here on the Needless Things YouTube channel. Today's review is possibly the worst value I've ever gotten for an action figure. I don't know, we're gonna find out. Still available on Hasbro Pulse as of this recording. This is the San Diego Comic-Con exclusive Star Wars Vintage Collection. He's not Black Krrsantan on Book of Boba Fett. He was in the comic books, which, by the way, that's the main reason I got this figure, is because I love the character in the Dr. Aphra comics, which if you haven't read them, you absolutely should. I just really wanted to get this, and I was excited to have a code to order Chuckles and this and the Deadpool set, and for whatever reason, this is here already. Everything else, I don't think it's supposed to get here till November, which I don't know what's going on with Hasbro shipping, distribution, supply, whatever. It doesn't matter. Krrsantan is here now, and we're going to figure out if I was a fool for paying $39.99 free shipping for this vintage collection figure. This is not a Black Series figure. This is a vintage collection figure, a 1/18th scale action figure for $40. I guess already I will concede that I'm a fool for buying this, because my gosh, that's just preposterous. I passed up Paz Vizsla in Target twice now, because I was like, well, I'm not paying $27.99 for that. And is he really that much lesser than this Krrsantan? Which you can see right here on the back, all the accessories. I mean, that's a ton of accessories. You know, you can't dispute that. And Krrsantan's a big figure. It's got the sleeve with all the different poses and features and whatnot. I'll throw that away, so I don't really care. And then we've got this big fold-out box. I mean, I guess you're paying for the packaging, which as I said, we'll be throwing away, so whatever. Cool artwork. I do like that there's actual artwork on here rather than oh, well, look. Okay, so these look like comic shots, and these look like shots from the show. So maybe this is meant to kind of represent all Krrsantans, black or otherwise. All right, let's open it up. Let's get this out of the way, get this over with, so you can share my FOMO pain. Which, by the way, the FOMO was silly too, because like I said, it's still available. So the reveal. I mean, that's cool, right? I don't care. It doesn't matter to me. But it's cool. I can appreciate the functionality, you know, of that packaging, of that reveal. Man, that is a big vintage collection figure. Do I have any? Oh, I don't have any vintage collection sitting around here to compare them to. I guess I'm going to have to go get one. Once we get them out of here, I'll go grab somebody so we can get a direct side-by-side comparison. So, I mean, that, yes, very cool. That's a very satisfying function. Like, it works really well. It's nice. It works much better than the Emperor's Throne Room box. So, it's neat. But did I need to pay that much for it? Ugh. I've got all kinds of business in there that I don't really care about. That's odd. So he has basically the original Chewbacca gun, which I do love. Oh my gosh, so we've got, oh, this is just reinforced. Okay, I thought the tabs were under that tape, which would have been a big giant pain to deal with. Although it looks like they're going to be a big giant pain to deal with anyway. I hate these things. I hate them. I hate them. One of these days, I'm going to cut a fingertip off trying to do that, and you guys are going to see it and be horrified, because I will publish that video, don't you worry. Okay, so yeah, that's basically, we'll look at it in a second. Sorry, I've got some Seth Rollins fuzz lingering in my workspace. That's what happens when I have to do a bunch of reviews at once. Now I'm left with all this junk I have to dispose of. Okay, so we've got another blaster. We've got this little doodad over here. Oh, there's all kinds of business in here. Oh gosh, little tiny things flying all over the place. Watch out. Be careful, everybody, when you open this guy, if you, like me, were foolish enough to pay $40. So that one was a neat little covered area, because those are a bunch of tiny accessories wrapped up in tissue paper, and the tissue paper would not have been... also, always smush up your tissue paper really well, your little bag, before you throw it away, and make sure you get everything out of there, especially with vintage collection, with the little teeny tiny pieces that they have in here. Alright, I'm going to have to do some more snipping over here. How's this going to work? Let me very, very carefully snip that and get his swords out of there. This one might be a little more difficult. Can I just pop that out of there, maybe? There we go. Ugh, these stupid tabs again. All right. Okay. That's everything. So, I mean, it is a ton of accessories, but here's the thing about a ton of accessories. They take up space in my drawer. So here is Krrsantan. Let me go grab an average-sized vintage collection figure to compare him to. And we're back. No time passed for you, but a good bit of time passed for me, because my phone, I cannot do 4 reviews all at the same time. My phone gets too hot. So I took it out of the case, I cleaned some stuff up, and now I have... I did not get an average-sized vintage collection figure. I got a large vintage collection figure, the recent Book of Obi-Wan... Wait, is this Book of Obi-Wan Darth or Rogue One Darth? I actually don't remember now. But it's a pretty great Darth Vader figure. But you can see Vader, obviously one of the tallest of the vintage collection figures. And Krrsantan is a good bit taller, but a lot bigger. I mean, he's a big boy. Is he $39.99? Probably not. But it is a large figure. So let's check out, you know, they say, oh man, those shoulders move really nicely. They say that production cost wise, there's not actually a lot of difference between, man, he really does look great. Those elbows, really nice. If you can see, there's a swivel at the top of the elbow, and it's got that nice long joint, so you get more than a 90-degree bend. The hands seem like, well, they're interchangeable. He came with multiple hands, so we'll take a look at those in a little bit. The torso is on a great ball joint, and I like the way his hair hangs over his belt. You know, on any other character that wouldn't be great, but on a Wookiee it works. He's got some Wookiee scalps hanging from that belt. Nice paint on that. The grays and the blacks in his fur are just great. I mean, this while I don't think I'll ever settle out of this being a $40 figure, it is absolutely a deluxe vintage collection figure. You can see the portrait. He's got the snarling look on his face, which is fine by me. I mean, I do like a neutral head. I kind of wish there was an interchangeable head, but for this character, that works. If I only got one portrait, I would want it to be this one. You can see the eye. I guess, missing. Little shiny black nose. The fang, I mean, this is incredible detail. His armor is a separate piece. I don't know if they've used this Wookiee body before. I haven't bought a lot of Wookiees outside of... Well, no, this has got to be new, completely new body. Look at the way the dreadlocks and the bands on them are done. Just the way that they're uneven. I mean, that's character design, but they've captured it really, really well here. This armor piece is fantastic. The color of it just looks so cool, and it's a soft piece, so it doesn't interfere with the articulation at all. The paint is just superb. Articulation wise, you've got that business going on. You've got a cut joint at the top of the thigh. The knees are designed exactly like the elbows, so you get a little bit more than 90 degrees. Well, the knees you get about 90, but you do have a swivel at the top. And then the feet, oh man, these are standard modern articulation on the feet, with the disc here with the peg going into the foot at an angle, so you've got that nice full range. Wow, this is a fantastic figure. They really did a great job on him. I cannot dispute the quality of the figure. The plastic is a little softer, but the smaller scale with this thickness that he has, I actually like it more than if it were a more rigid plastic, because that would make a lot of the articulation harder to deal with. He is great. Okay, let's take a look at this insane plethora of accessories that were included. First of all, you've got sort of the classic looking bowcaster. I mean, the base of it is just the original Kenner Chewbacca gun. But then you have the additional piece that I have no... Huh. I lost my words for a moment. I'm trying to figure out how this clips on. It doesn't... It's not going to stay put like that. I don't think it goes through there. Is there an image? Oh, and something I noticed while I was doing my cleaning up and waiting for my phone to cool off, how Krrsantan is, it looks like a cologne. Like this almost looks like some kind of like cologne box. All right, do we have an image? I just threw out the outer sleeve that probably had an image of that bowcaster and how to put it together. So just, you know, I'm a dum-dum. I'll figure this out at some point. Just know that this goes on there somehow. I'm not going to display him with this anyway, so I'm not too worried about it. But cool piece. I like it. Nice little extra. And then he comes with a much larger blaster rifle. Tons of paint. Tons of detail. Very cool, unique looking piece. Got 3 sights on it, I guess, at the top. I don't know. Just looks great. I like it. Very well done. You've got this sort of pulse weapon. With the effect on it that just kind of slides on there, and that stays reasonably well in place. That's a nice translucent blue, as we've seen many times in Star Wars. I think the Emperor's bolts are the same kind of deal. Looks cool. Let's see. Here are the alternate hands. He has got fists for punching, complete with those spiked knuckles. And then he has got a different C grip for holding the fruit that comes with him. It has a little extra paint there that wipes right off. That's nice. So there's a little fruit going on. Look at it's got the little sort of spiky parts on it. Really nice sculpting on that. The blue electric effects for his... Oh, see, but those won't fit on the fists? That's bizarre. So his punching hands don't appear to be compatible with the electric effects. Those can only go in the C-grips. Huh. Well, anyway, that wraps right around and you get your nice electrical spiked knuckle effect. Got the mug and a nice big space stein. Nice metallic color, looks good. Just good gold plastic. I dig it. Well done. And then the swords. Oh, wait, he does have... Oh, he's got 2 large C-grips. This one was hidden under a Seth Rollins head. And then the 2 swords, which look great. But strangely... don't seem to have a natural spot to be stored on the figure. Which, I guess is just the design from the show. But wouldn't it be nice if he had like a couple of scabbards on his back or something, somewhere to kind of hide these? Would be great. But, you're going to end up with a baggie in your drawer anyway, so what are you going to do? I believe I am just going with the big rifle. Maybe even just have him gripping it with both hands, if that's even possible, with his big, thick body. Which it might not be. Let's find out. I might be able to force... No, not going to happen. Maybe with a little more fiddling around, but certainly not easily. So there he is. Krrsantan from the Book of Boba Fett, which personally I enjoyed. I know everybody likes to hate on it, and I get why it maybe wasn't as satisfying as what some people wanted. I'm a huge fan of Karen Travis's work with the Mandalorians and with Boba Fett, so I can't say that the Book of Boba Fett is necessarily what I wanted, but I enjoyed it for what it was. I liked the mods on their space scooters. Like, I want toys of those. I think they were cool, or I think they were fun. I don't know that they were cool, but they were fun. I don't know. I feel like the Book of Boba Fett was enjoyable to me, and the stories that Karen Travis wrote will never go away. They'll always be available. I'm always going to have them in my bookcase, so I can revisit those anytime I want. It's interesting to see new stories with these characters that we love. So there he is, originating in the incredible Dr. Aphra comics, and moving into live action in the Book of Boba Fett. Krrsantan, hopefully who we see again, because just a big, cool, burly Wookiee character. Not worth $39.99 at all, but, I mean, worth it to have in my collection if they never do another one. So, I don't know. Whatever. Thanks for watching, you guys. Please like, subscribe, share, tell your friends about needless things, and until next time...
Smash that like button if you like needless things.